co-host. Co-host.
Search director ni siya, sir.
Okay.
Isang Nipsey. Wait, amo lang na.
Nipsey ano? Kabilugan na?
Kabilugan.
Beginning main campus
Main
na.
ha.
Saan siya?
Oo, saan siya? Paano dyan ma...
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second day of an exciting research webinar series, Thinking Inside the Box. So we started yesterday with somebody giving an inspirational speech. Thank you very much again to Dr. Joey de la Cruz. That was really a very good insight on the importance of research as we have the journey of learning something. Today, it's a beautiful Saturday. We're going to have a very exciting day wherein we have two experts in the field of research who'll be giving lectures, and feel free to ask questions later on. But before we formally introduce to you guys our speakers, our lecturers, again, we have just seen the beautiful sceneries, the exploration of the beautiful province of Iloilo, especially the spots in the 5th District of Iloilo. Thank you very much, especially to Attorney James Balsomo II. Thank you very much, Attorney. Not to mention to the Congressman of the 5th District of Iloilo, Congressman Raul Buboy Tupas. Thank you very much. We would like also to say thank you to the very dynamic governor of the province of Iloilo, Governor Arthur Devonshire Jr. And of course, our very active provincial tourism officer, province of Iloilo. Sir, thank you, Mr. Bombit Marine. And not to mention, again, good job to all the mayors of the 5th District of Iloilo and all the collective efforts of municipal tourism officers. You guys have done very, very good job. So we're inviting you to come, visit, and explore the 5th District of Iloilo. So as we have promised today, we're going to have two speakers, one in the morning and the other one, another expert lecturer later on in the afternoon. But again, before we formally introduce, please do subscribe to our official YouTube channel. That's IORIE Learning Center. Okay, so aside from subscribing, you may share the videos as well on your official Facebook, and also try to invite your friends to keep on subscribing to IORIE Learning Center, the official YouTube channel. And at the same time, we will have the posting of registration in the live chat, Learning Center, Aubrey Press. We both have our Facebook accounts. For more updates, kindly check these two accounts. So again, for subscription, please do screenshot it to the attached registration form. And then also we are encouraging you to all watch the lecture series from the beginning until the end, because I'm pretty sure you will be learning a lot of things. And there is an evaluation. And for the organizers to know that you have learned from the webinar, we are requesting for a proof to be attached in your evaluation form. So again, thank you. But we have some house rules to follow, especially when it comes to the giving of free online certificates. So here are some very important tips on how to get the free certificates. First one, each participant is required to watch the 4 lectures. So we're gonna have one in the morning, and the other one in the afternoon, and two more tomorrow. Each participant is required to fill out the evaluation form to be posted on the YouTube channel box after of each lecture. There will be two evaluation forms, day one and day two, and each form will be only available until 11:59 p.m. of that day. Once the participant completed the form, they will automatically receive a certificate of attendance. And these two certificates of attendance is required in order to get an e-certificate of participation that will be given on the last day event. And we promise that you'll be learning a lot of things, and after which you'll be given free certificates. So I guess everyone is now quite excited to listen to our first lecturer. We are down to our research webinar series, Thinking Inside the Box. Let's start by having our first lecturer. She happens to be the research director of NIPSI Estancia Iloilo, and she's going to talk about and give a lecture on utilization of research outputs for policy, program, process, and advocacy enhancements. Keep your mood planted as we listen to her and get ready with your questions later on as well. Here is our first lecturer. We have Dr. Rosario Noderama. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, everyone. The title of the presentation is Utilization of Research Outputs for Policy, Program, Process, and Advocacy Enhancements. First, we have here is the research output. What do we mean by this? A particular dissemination, publication, presentation, communication, or pathway in which research is made available to people other than the author. Then we have the research utilization as being defined, the process of synthesizing, disseminating, and using research-generated knowledge to make an impact or change in the existing practice. Then the framework in the utilization of research results, according to Dr. Japos, we have the qualitative research. What are the limitations? Qualitative research results do not have generalizability, since by nature, qualitative research is inherently a case type of research. Stories of few cannot be used for the population. So there are some stories which cannot be used for population, and also for the requirements of qualitative research for utilization, data needed to be triangulated by the following. So we have here the practitioner experts, scholarly experts, people with experiences, leaders, and legislators. We also have here for the practitioner experts. Practitioner experts are those who do actual practice of the issue. Then for the scholarly experts, we have here the scholarly experts are those experts with degrees and scholarly publication with citation. And we also have here people with experiences. People with experiences are those individuals with lived experiences with stories to tell. So usually these are things that being experienced by other people or by the participants itself or the respondents itself. Then for those leaders, those who have power to effect change, or those leaders who has the capacity to influence other people. Then, we also have here the legislators. Legislators are people with policy making work or duties. So when we say legislators, these are people who tend to make new policies in which people may tend to follow and will be at the same time followed by itself by the legislators. Then we have the parallel results from the published literature or from posted experiences in the media. These are evidence that there have been previous cases already on the issue. So again, there are other evidence which has been already an issue that we're in basis as being said, there are live experiences. So based on the previous cases, there is a tendency that is being used for the new research. Then, results were obtained ethically and responsibly. Clearance from committee and informed or assent forms were obtained. Then evidence that QR peer reviewers already cleansed the paper of methodological issues, unwarranted claims, and interpretations which exceeded what the results could only provide. So here, according to this slide, evidence that under qualitative research reviewers has already been cleaned or cleanse the paper of methodological issues, unwarranted claims, and interpretations. So this is being reviewed. Then, the strategies for qualitative research utilization, the beliefs, ideas, and themes generated could be used as indicator and sub-indicators of a newly designed questionnaire. So out from your belief, from your ideas and themes, this could be possibly used as indicators and sub-indicators if ever you will have in order for you to obtain a newly designed questionnaire that could go through reliability and validity procedures. Then we also have here the new questionnaire can be used for wider sampling frames in descriptive, inferential, and experimental studies. So if happen that you have a new questionnaire that you have already tested the validity and its reliability, this can be used for wider sampling frames. It might be in your descriptive, inferential, and experimental studies. Then we have the learning and insights. Coming from lived experiences can be used for action research for similarly situated individuals. So if you have it there with you, we have the learning and insights. So most probably, these are the experiences of those people, most especially your target participants and your respondents. So out from this learning and insights, you can come up with whatever they have experienced in which you can go through action research. Similarly situated for individuals. So usually, people tend to have their learning insights because of their own personal experiences. Then we have the triangulated results can be used for policy affecting those with similar cases subject for future results. So we have there a while ago, as mentioned, we have the legislators, the experts, and also here we have the data collection or in which data collected can be used for other forms or methods of qualitative research. This could be unique cases from the sample, which could be isolated for further study using other appropriate methods. So there are times that you tend to conduct your own research and then there are you have found out that there is something in other result in which you can make this one as an isolated case in which you can use this for further studies. So you have already conducted your studies, then upon conducting your studies, you have uniqueness, so you can create a new study from these isolated cases that you have conducted. Then, results could be used in the design of treatments in experimental studies. So there can be generalizability and causality or causality. So here we have the descriptive survey results. Results from non-probability sampling have limited utilization since these do not have generalizability. So again, results from non-probability sampling have limited utilization since these do not have generalizability. Complete enumeration, convenience, quota, snowball, among others, cannot have hypothesis testing using parametric statistics. So again, complete enumeration, convenience, quota, snowball, among others, you cannot use this for your hypothesis testing while if you are going to use the parametric statistics. Then we have here, results of such methods cannot be used for policy, program, and process. So results of such methods which you cannot use for policy, program, and process. The results can be triangulated with stakeholders to get insights. So if you have checked the previous slide, we have mentioned those who can be part of the triangulation. Then we have the experimental results. When the experimental groups are statistically higher than control groups, the results cannot be utilized for policy and program yet. So again, when you have the experimental groups already and which are statistically higher than the control groups, the results cannot be utilized for policy and program yet. Significant treatments need replication studies to further verify the results. Then in the process, the experimental procedures are refined, leading to implementation protocols. When replicatorial results are consistently good, only then can policy be enacted for their institutionalization. Again, when replicatorial results are consistently good, this is where you can enact the policy in your own institution or for institutionalization. Then a program shall be implemented to carry out the policy. When the program implementation is successful, a best practice paper can be published. For your secondary data results, the use of secondary data requires scientific probability sampling design to qualify for parametric tests to guarantee generalizability. Data collection should be done inside the office where secondary sources are stored. And here, you must have the permission to use the secondary data in which should emanate from the president, properly endorsed by the president. So in order for you to use the secondary data, this should be properly endorsed by the president, in which the president will allow you to use the secondary data that you are going to include in your research. Thus, the president should be provided with a research proposal so he or she knows how the data will be used the data will be used, and how the identity of the university and or office can be protected with confidentiality. Data should be transferred to a data matrix in which identities of people are given codes to protect confidentiality. So again, data should be transferred to a data matrix in which identities of people are given codes to protect confidentiality. Results should show trends of 3 to 5 years to comprehensively explain the data. When tables, charts, and graphs are available, these need to be presented to management concerned for interpretation and validation. The office should be given a chance to present their side. Then the data can be used to generate prediction equations or models. So appropriate actions to manage undesirable outcomes can take place. Then we also have the intervention actions, which can only be designed for the groups from which secondary data were taken. For your evaluation results, program evaluation cannot be conducted by implementers due to bias. A third party who is not part of the implementation should do the evaluation. Again, program evaluation cannot be conducted by the implementers itself due to bias. There should be third party who is not part of the implementation should do the evaluation. An evaluation research should identify an evaluation model such as CIPP or IPO, among others. Baseline data should be collected at the start of the program, while monitoring data should be collected on a regular basis. An evaluation research is always an objective results driven. Evaluation results used mixed methods wherein quantitative and qualitative data are collected. So again, evaluation results use mixed method wherein there are quantitative and qualitative data being collected. Respondents should include recipients of the program who were present from day one onward until project termination. They must have completed the project duration. Again, they should complete along the process so that they must have completed the project duration as they conduct their research. Then, evaluation results, when not good, this lead to project termination. But when it is good, results lead to continuation of project life, institutionalization, and policy. For action research results, action research is part 2 of a descriptive study which essentially focuses on diagnosis of the problem, leading to identification of target clients for action research. After part 1, the researcher consults practitioner experts, scholarly experts, and scientific publications on how to address the diagnosed problem. And for the part 2 is the implementation of the action research. If results are good, the next step is the conduct of experimental study by converting the action into a treatment to generate generalizability with the use of your control group. By nature, action research has no control group. For the purpose, it is not to test a theory, but to test an action. If it is produces the intended results. Again, by nature, action research has no control group for the purpose. It is not to test a theory, but to test an action if it is produce unintended results. Prediction study results. Prediction equation or models are the outputs of your prediction studies. These equations or models shall be used to validate new data to determine the robustness of the equations on models. New predictions can be added and used to predict using new data. Again, new predictions can be added and used to predict using new data. Prediction studies show how the future will be like and alter such future by taking appropriate actions in the present. Board exam results after graduation can already be predicted with greater accuracy using entry data during the first year of the students. Potential flunkers of board exams can be subjected to intervention or action programs to alter their failure and turn it to success in the examinations. Determinants, barriers, and facilitators of research utilization. For determinants, they should have beliefs and attitude, involvement in research activities, information seeking, education, professional characteristics, social demographic, and socio-economic factors. Then, according to Hutchinson and Johnston, 2004, found that among their study subjects, sufficient time for review and application of research findings were the main barriers, and access to relevant research reports and peer supports were the main facilitators in their study. So that's all. That's the presentation. Thank you.
So there you have it. Great research. Thank you very much again to the research director of NIPSI is Sancha Iloilo, Dr. Rosario Noderama. She's just made a lecture, a topic on utilization of research outputs for policy, program, process, and advocacy enhancements. Again, thank you very much, Dr. Noderama. Keep safe and enjoy the rest of the day, and hope to see you in the future. Okay. So again, the question is, what are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? I'll repeat the question. What are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? So we're inviting our participants to give answers to the questions. We're down to the first question. What are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? So we're checking on right now the responses of our participants. So while we're waiting, again, thank you very much, Dr. Rosario Nodirama, the research director of NIPSI Estancia, Iloilo. So again, I'd like to throw the question back to you guys. What are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? So feel free to answer the question. I'm sure you have completely digested that great talk from our first research expert, from our first lecturer. So I'll repeat the question. Feel free, guys, to answer. What are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs before we move on to the next question? So you want to hear answers from our participants. So we're looking forward to getting your answers, guys. The question is, what are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? We're checking on right now answers based on the live chat that we have here. Again, we want to say great morning to everybody. Beautiful Saturday to everyone. So again, what are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? Anybody from our live chat participants? Feel free to answer the question. We're looking for an answer to the question, what are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? We have a series of questions to ask. We can probably get back to that question. All right, I'd like to have the next question first while we are still waiting for our participants to answer. The next question is, who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? Who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? Okay, we've got here somebody who has just answered the question, what are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs? One of our participants, Mr. Jonathan Panizales, said target, benefit, and support budget are the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs. Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan Panizales, for giving us a quick response to the question. So he answered that the creative strategies of utilizing research outputs are target, benefits, and support budget. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan Panizales. Again, let's move on to the next question. I have just asked a while ago, who should do the evaluation research? Who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? So again, I repeat the question, who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? For you guys to actively participate, to answer the questions, we'll be sharing the questions on screen so that you can guys perfectly see it. Hey, I have just asked the question before. That's question number 5. I just randomly chose them. Who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? That's question number 5. Who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? We'll be highlighting question number 5 so that you can perfectly see it and give us a response. Again, who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? You can look at the screen we have just shared to you. Question number 5, who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? So good morning to have just gotten connected and became a participant to this webinar series, morning session. We're now checking on the answers on the live chat. Who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? So you can now check on screen. We have just shared the questions. Feel free, guys. I'm sure you have learned great info from the first research lecturer, research expert, Dr. Nodirama, the research director of NIPSI Estancia. Again, question. The question is, who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? So we would like to invite all our participants to actively give answers as well to the question. This is already a kind of like a forum wherein after the talk, we'll be shooting questions and feel free to answer. So again, I would like to ask the same question. Who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? Aside from viewing and participating, we are inviting all our participants to give answers as well. Okay, we'll give you some ample time to answer the question. I'll get back to you. Okay, somebody already answered there. For the question, who should do the evaluation in evaluation research? Kim Aguilar has just answered and said a third party who is not part of implementation. Okay, a third party who is not part of implementation is somebody who can do the evaluation in evaluation research. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 2. What are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? Again, question number 2. What are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? That's not really a very top question. So again, what are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? Good morning to somebody who has just gotten connected. 2 questions have been answered, and we are now down to the next question, which is, what are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? So again, good morning to those who have just gotten connected. We are looking for an answer to the question, what are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? Good morning, Ms. Sheena May and Ronlin. So we want to get some feedback to the question, what are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? So while we're waiting for the answer, again, we are informing everybody and encouraging everybody that I know you guys are excited to get your free certificate. But here are the house rules. Again, each participant is required to watch the 4 lectures. So this is the first lecture. We still have the other one in the afternoon, 2 more tomorrow. Then each participant is required to fill out the evaluation form to be posted on the YouTube channel box after each lecture. There will be 2 evaluation forms, day 1 and day 2, and each form will only be available until 11:59 on the day. Once the participant completed the form, they will automatically receive a certificate of attendance. Again, these 2 certificates of attendance are required in order to get the certificate participation that will be given on the last day of the event. So keep on getting involved to the lecture so that you can have your certificates, which will be given out on the last day. Again, I'll get back to the question before we move on to the next one. What are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? All right, I guess we need to get back to that. Okay, everyone, please look at question number 6. This is just a yes or no question. All you have to do is just tell us yes or it's no. Does evaluation research use mixed methods? Question number 6. Does evaluation research use mixed methods? So participants, the question is, does evaluation research use mixed methods? And somebody from one of our participants said, yes. Definitely they said yes. Yes. Evaluation research use mixed methods. Wow. A lot of them have just given their responses. Definitely mixed method is used for evaluation research. Thank you. Let's move on to question number 4. Look at that one. Can secondary data be used without an endorsement from the college or university president? Again, this is a yes or no question. Question number 4. Can secondary data be used without an endorsement from the college or university president? Okay, again, we're already down to the next question. We can see a lot of yes from our participants saying that mixed methods, there's evaluation research use mixed method. It's definitely yes. But again, we have the newest question. Can secondary data be used without an endorsement from the college or university president? So something like, if there is no endorsement from the college or university president, secondary data can be used. And everyone and most have just said that yes, secondary data can be used without endorsement from the college or university president. Thank you guys for giving us very quick responses. All right. Question number 3. Look at that one. So we have just answered two closed questions, yes or no questions. Now, question number 3. Why do we need to establish advocacy mechanisms for research output to reach beneficiaries? Why do we need to establish research outputs to reach beneficiaries? We're now down to question number 3. So it's something like, why is it important to establish advocacy mechanism for research output to reach beneficiaries? That's question number 3. Thank you to those who have just answered in the house. There were participants who said no, like Cynthia Nepomuceno, Sony Pareño Banayet, Rowena Tolentino. They said no, that second data be used without an endorsement from the college or university president. So the correct answer is no. You cannot use a secondary data without an endorsement from the college or university president. That means that there should be first proper endorsement from the college or university president in order for the secondary data to be used. Okay, that's all clear. So again, back to the questions I have just asked. It's a why question. Why do we need to establish advocacy mechanism for research outputs to reach beneficiaries? I repeat the question. Why do we need to establish advocacy mechanisms for research outputs to reach beneficiaries? Okay, again, we would like you to actively participate in answering questions. Why? To those who actively answer the questions, they'll be receiving certificate of attendance. Okay, so we are encouraging you guys to actively give responses, to actively answer the questions so that you'll be receiving this certificate of attendance immediately after the evaluation form for our day 2 lecture series. So this is like your ticket to receiving the e-certificate of attendance. That's right. Question number 4, it's definitely no. So again, that's correct. The answer is no for the question, can secondary data be used without an endorsement from the college or university president? That's right, guys. So again, if you don't have an endorsement from the college or university president, definitely you cannot use the second data. Okay, again, to all our participants, we are inviting you to answer the questions actively, because after which you'll be receiving the certificate of attendance immediately. Okay, so we want you to actively take part in answering the questions. Okay, we're done with question number 4. Let's move on to question number 5. Again, this is a why question. Why do we need to establish advocacy mechanism for research outputs to reach beneficiaries? One of our attendees here, Mom Shini Insaneo, said, in order for the respondents to know the results for the study and evaluation and eventually make an impact to the community. That's what she said. So again, one of our participants, Miss Shini Hinsaneo, gave a response to the question, why do we need to establish advocacy mechanism for research output to reach beneficiaries? She said, in order for the respondents to know the results for the study and eventually make an impact to the community. And also one of our attendees here, Maria Fe Abilia Panes, said, the main purpose of research is for improvement of our way to life, so that whatever advocacy there is, research outputs should reach its beneficiaries. Again, I'd like to read this answer from Maria Fe Abelia Panes. The main purpose of research is for improvement of our way of life, so that whatever advocacy there is, research outputs should reach its beneficiaries. Thank you very much, Mom Shini Hinsaneo and Mom Maria Fe Abelia Panes, for answering question number 5. Why do we need to establish advocacy mechanisms for research outputs to reach beneficiary? And Leo Florendo also gave us a very brief reason why we need to establish advocacy mechanism. And he said, it's for confirmation. It's for confirmation. Any other answers from our participants? Again, to those who actively answer the questions, they will be immediately receiving the certificate of attendance after answering the evaluation form of our 2-day lecture series. Any other answers from our attendees? So again, we need to see more. We want to see more answers to the question, why do we need to establish advocacy mechanisms for research outputs to reach beneficiaries? Other participants, please give it a try. So we're looking for an answer why there is a need to establish advocacy mechanism for research outputs to reach um, beneficiaries. Okay, great. Still, we have here another one of our attendees, Ronaldin Hinsaneo. I'm sure she's related to Shini Hinsaneo. She said, advocacy mechanisms are established in order to fulfill the objectives of the study. She said that advocacy mechanisms are established in order to fulfill the objective of the study or objectives of the study. That's right. So one of the reasons why we need to establish advocacy mechanism for research output to reach beneficiaries is in order to fulfill the objective of the study. So it's important after presenting the objective of the study, it has to be fulfilled. Also here, Merle Talagan said, for the benefit of the beneficiaries that can improve or change their lives and to make sure that the research output is applied. And also Jonathan Panisales said, to put into realization the research that was being conducted. Thank you guys for actively answering. And also, to add up to your answer, now, why do we really need to establish advocacy mechanism for research outputs to reach beneficiaries? Well, it could be a sense of empowerment as well as an increase in knowledge that came about as a result of the study may lead to better advocacy, study participation, and outcome. So again, a sense of empowerment as well as an increase in knowledge that came about as a result of the study may lead to better advocacy, study participation, and outcome. So, whenever we do research, we always expect to have better advocacy and study participation, and of course, better results as well. Thank you guys for your answers. Let's move on to the next question. I'd like to shoot the question. Question number 7. On which does action research focus? Question number 7. On which does action research focus? On which does action research focus? That's question number 7. Participants, feel free to give your answers or responses. So again, I'd like to shoot a question back to you guys. On which does action research focus? Mom Arlene Agnes has just said it focused on solving a specific problem. Perfect. That's right. So action research focus on solving a specific problem. Thank you very much, Mom Arlene Agnes, for giving us a very quick response. And we have the final question. I just randomly chose them. I guess we've almost answered the 7 questions. Let me double check. Okay, I get back to question number 2. No one has answered this yet. Again, question number 2. What are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? What are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? This is the last question for the topic. Also, there was a follow-up answer similar to what Arlene Agnes has said. It focuses on answering the problem. That's right. Again, the last question, guys, that's question number 2. What are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation, regulatory bodies for research utilization? Question number 2. Also, Sir Leo Florenda said, similar to Mom Agnes' answer, the reason or on which this action research focuses, it focuses on answering problems. That's right. Thank you guys for giving nice feedbacks, nice answers. Again, we are already down to the last question. Question number 2. What are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? Now, before we read the answers to question number 2, also Sir Renel Atanoso said it focuses on inquiry and problem-based. And also Gerald Baterlan said focus on specific context of problem or social situation. Okay. For question number 2, what are the design evidence collection methods for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization? Shini Hinsaneo said qualitative and quantitative method. That's right. The two methods used for accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization are the qualitative and the quantitative methods. So these are two important design evidence collection methods so that you can get accreditation and regulatory bodies for research utilization. Thank you very much, Mom Sheni Hinsaneo, for giving us another very quick response. Qualitative or qualitative and quantitative or quantitative methods are two design evidence collection methods. Also, Beauty Bora, thank you very much, ma'am. It's such a beautiful answer. Qualitative and quantitative method. That's right. So again, 7 of our questions have been perfectly answered. Again, thank you guys because you have actively answered the questions. And definitely, as what we have promised, you'll be receiving the certificate of attendance immediately after answering the evaluation form for our Day 2 lecture series. It seems that everybody in the chat room, in the live chat, have completely digested what our lecturer has presented. Thank you very much, guys, for actively participating. So that's it. Utilization of research outputs for policy program, process and advocacy enhancements, and research. Our research speaker, Dr. Rosario Nonde Ramos. Again, we would like to inform all our participants of our house rules on how to get your free certificate. Again, each participant is required to watch the 4 lectures. Each participant is required to fill out the evaluation form to be posted on the YouTube channel box after of each lecture. There will be 2 evaluation forms, day 1 and day 2, and each form will be only available until 11:59 p.m. And once the participation complete form, they will automatically receive certificate of attendance. and the 2 certificates of attendance are required in order to get the certificate of participation that will be given on the last day of the event. Let's have a little break. Thank you guys. Wow. Mom, Nida, Mabel Bao also gave a follow-up answer to reach the goal of the study and its beneficiary. So let's have a little break. We will get back to you in a while. We're going to show you the beautiful island of Guimaras, how beautiful it is. And it's an island needs to be explored. Here it is.
Nothing left, so hold on tight as the hurricane breaks defense. Stay hidden from the causes that might.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to Magan Festival Cultural Presentation.
Take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. What's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. Take a minute to glance down the street where no hope surrounds you. An empty soul, so much space to fill the gaps we fall through. And do you see what we've become? Through tears and losing the only one. Only one. Take me away, I'm running for my life, for my life. What's with your delay? You're only killing time, killing time. Nothing left, so hold on tight as the hurricane breaks defense.
The island of Guimaras, a rural tourism destination for every family. Renowned throughout the world for its sweet mangoes, it offers home and all the sweetness of being part of it. With its strategic location in between Negros and Panay Island, you can easily reach Guimaras through sea and sky. Get a more relaxed ambience with its green environment and be home to the true Filipino culture. Experience the life at the farm and the secrets of traditional living, and take part in protecting the unspoiled beauty of nature through the Agri-Eco Tours. Go on adventure in foot or on bike in the trails of the hills and forests, and enjoy the thrills with everyone. Then, take a leap into the clear waters and witness the world underneath. Discover the mangrove sanctuaries rooted along the streams and rivers that run deep within the land. Take a tour in the hidden caverns and rock formations aesthetically landscaped along the islands. And at the end of the day, take a bite of the region's special cuisine and savor the sweetest of its mangoes. Relax at the homes of the communities or at the various resorts that offer quality services and amenities. Learn more about the Guimaras-Non history and values with its historical places and practices. Amuse in the traditional arts that were handed down from generations, such as the novelty of the galleon boats, where the local boat makers highlight the province's vital role in the economy of the past, in trade, and as the masters in building ships. Observe the heart of the island's economy, where the families in every community value perseverance, discipline, and tradition. See how salt is made alongside the farmers that produce them. How the mothers neatly weave the buri leaf to intricately make handbags and other products. Buy some freshly caught fish from the fishermen who went offshore before the sunrise. And complete your experience by first-hand harvesting sweet mangoes only grown in the island. Mangoes are more than just fruits. It became the symbol of what Guimaras is and what it could become. Take a trip back in time for the sweetest gathering that highlights the pride of the nation. Celebrate the bounty of good harvest with the Guimaras-Nons during Manggahan Festival and be part of our family. This is our island, your home. Welcome to Guimaras, the island of mangoes and more. Guimaras is an island province located in western Visayas. It is made up of 5 municipalities, namely Jordan, the gateway and main growth center; Buena Vista, which serves as the center for higher education; Nueva Valencia, the tourism capital; Sibunag and San Lorenzo, which are centered on agriculture and fisheries. Considered as the agri-eco-tourism capital in the region, the province's economic picture sustained its upward direction, giving importance to our major economic drivers: agriculture, fishery, and tourism. The province still has the green, raw land for ecotourism development and agricultural production, anchored on the principles of integrated coastal management and the presence of areas with high aesthetic value that can be developed into high-end residential areas. Guimaras is also the transshipment hub and seaport province that links Panay and Negros, and is considered as a metro residential suburb, providing low-cost and high-end facilities. Investment in the province boomed on 2013 when 27 wind turbines that generate 54 megawatts were installed. Guimaras completed the paving of circumferential roads and upgraded the cross-island links, the development of ports and wharves, as well as the development of the 71-kilometer agri-tourism circuit. The province has also received awards and recognition for good governance, especially in the aspects of peace and order, ease of doing business, and environmentally sustainable development. It has significantly improved its competitiveness in terms of economic dynamism, government efficiency, infrastructure, and resiliency, making Guimaras the most competitive province in Western Visayas. Guimaras is mangoes and more. Get a share of more. Invest in Guimaras.
So, good morning, everyone. I'd like to get back to the other participants who have joined and made quick responses as well. Yes, for the last question, it's all about the 2 methods. Also, Neta May Bilbao said, rather, Hannah, Hannah, Dana, Hannah Dane Onelario also said that the 2 methods are qualitative and quantitative. Nena May Bilbao also said that to reach the goal of the study to its beneficiaries. And also thank you to Jonah Gaiton. She also answered before, focuses on solving a specific problem. That's right. It's almost similar to the answer of Jeline Hope Salige. Also, she said it focused on problem and executing change and aim solution. That's right. Similarly, we have the same answer coming from Neda May Bilbao. It focused on solving problem. Still to the question of the 2 methods, yes, qualitative and quantitative. Maria Nina Olivar, thank you for the response. Same thing goes from Joy Rahida, qualitative and quantitative methods. And again, good morning to those who have just gotten into the live chat and have just joined. We want to see you all throughout the research lectures. We're down to the first one. We're going to have one later on in the afternoon. Again, a very important announcement that we have to make. In order for you to get the certificates again, you're required to watch 4 lectures from the beginning till the end. And of course, you're required to fill out the evaluation form, which will be posted on the YouTube channel. Plus, on day 1 and day 2, there will be evaluation forms, and this will be available until 11:59 tonight. Once you have completed the form, you'll automatically be receiving certificate of attendance. And on the last day, we'll be giving out the e-certificate of participation on the last day. It's going to be tomorrow. Also, we want to say thank you to Ma'am Aimee Tayupon for giving us the answer. Action research focus on solving a specific problem. Thank you for giving correct responses. Again, in order for you to immediately receive the e-certificates, you have to actively join us by answering and giving answers to the questions. It's time to promote the beautiful province of Iloilo. Let's take a look at this beautiful video.
Welcome to Guimaras, the island of mangoes and more. Guimaras is an island province located in western Visayas. It is made up of 5 municipalities, namely Jordan, the gateway and main growth center; Buena Vista, which serves as the center for higher education; Nueva Valencia, the tourism capital; Sibunag and San Lorenzo, which are centered on agriculture and fisheries. Considered as the agri-eco-tourism capital in the region, the province economic picture sustained its upward direction, giving importance to our major economic drivers: agriculture, fishery, and tourism. The province still has the green, raw land for ecotourism development and agricultural production, anchored on the principles of integrated coastal management and the presence of areas with high aesthetic value that can be developed into high-end residential areas. Guimaras is also the transshipment hub and seaport province that links Panay and Negros, and is considered as a metro residential suburb, providing low-cost and high-end facilities. Investment in the province boomed on 2013 when 27 wind turbines that generate 54
So again, thank you to our research expert, Dr. Rosario Noderama from NIPSI Estancia. She's the research director. And to those who have participated for our morning session, we're going to see you this afternoon and, of course, tomorrow. Enjoy your lunch. We're going to resume at 1 p.m. Don't be late, guys. Be actively participating later on for answering the questions. Enjoy your lunch, everyone. See you later at 1 o'clock.